Hey YouTubers, this is Nascarman 3345 coming back at you today. We have a special treat for you today. We are here in wonderful Warwick, Rhode Island, and we're going to introduce you to K Customs. K Customs is does Power Wheels, special editions, customized, very special, a very cool group. And we're going to just show you how we're going to do it. We're going to have a little interview. They're going to show you some special features that are going to be coming out very soon. Really cool stuff. This is one of the things I've never seen before, and I told the channel before, we want to show you new stuff, new and upcoming things. This is how we're going to do it, and this is how we're going to do it. So come on, follow me. All right, everybody. This is Joshua, Rachel, and say your name? Carissa. So, these are the owners of K's Customs, and I'm going to have Joshua and Carissa take you through and show them what they do.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to K's Customs.
Go ahead.
Carissa will now introduce Bumblebee. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our replica of the Bumblebee Transformer based off the recent movie release. There is a number of special features. Some will remain hidden, and some you'll see momentarily. Carissa, be our guest.
The first thing we have is we have
So, authentic Volkswagen start sound. It is key operated for many of the special features, though the vehicle does not need a key to operate. Carissa, continue. It does have full lights. 90% of them are LED. There is, to keep it authentic with the 80s theme that the Bumblebee movie, is harking back to, the original time. There is a filament style light for the plate light.
In the back, yes.
Carissa? Another special feature is edge lit, laser engraved acrylic. Something never been done before in the world of Power Wheels. Surely to turn heads.
another feature that we have on the doors is at the end of the movie, actually when you're looking out, you can actually see the Golden Gate Bridge. So that is why that is engraved. And then over here, we have the symbol, the Autobots symbol. And then we actually have Chestnut, their last name in Cybertonian. And then we have the Weymouth Police's badge with Officer Chestnut's number inside. Correct.
We'll a little bit more about the name of who she's speaking about a little bit later, folks. Make your way around, Chris. Anything else that's notable about this vehicle?
The horn.
Yes, that is an authentic Volkswagen horn sound. It's from the year of 67, 68, I believe, is what this V-dub replica is. This is an actual Peg Parago Magica that we have turned into our version of the Bumblebee from the movie. What else, Carissa?
Another feature is the radio.
Now, what she has now just done is she has inserted a replica tape, which back then everything was tapes. It turned and activated a hand-built radio, which I created, and is now playing authentic soundtrack sounds from the music from the soundtrack Bumblebee. Rachel here is our graphics designer, master woman. She created this tape, all of it. It was hand done by her.
So one says mixed volume tape. Remember, as a child, you would make your own mixtapes, and then it says B speak, since that's the way that Bumblebee speaks.
Some of the other subtle details, which you may or may not notice, is the wave sound here at the bottom. It does look like a face, as the original Transformers had a tape inside one of their leaders, as well as the Autobot logo as well on both sides.
So it reminds you of Ravage and
Exactly.
from Soundwave.
Soundwave,
Correct.
that was
Thank
the one
you.
we were looking for.
I wasn't trying to say that on video.
Another feature.
So when the children open the doors, you're going to hear the transformation of Bumblebee. These are all sounds that are from the movie.
As Rachel was saying, there is a number of triggers in this vehicle, and each one will activate a sound bite taken directly from the movie.
I don't know, can we roll this out to show them the back?
Sure, why not? Krista, why don't you try to climb in and drive it out for these folks a little bit? It'll make it a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, you might need to undo the seatbelt though.
Let me step aside. Good enough. Now in the back here, ladies and gentlemen, Rachel will take you through some more details.
So, as with all true Volkswagens, the engine is in the back. As Josh was stating, this is there's a filament light underneath here.
It is replaceable.
That's replaceable, just like the old school would be. And this license plate, if you've seen the movie Bumblebee, is the replica of the movie.
Authentic.
Authentic. Then Chris is going to go ahead and open this. Put the little thing up. All right. So the name of our project is Project Codename Goldwheels. And then, so this is the engine. And then we went through and this actually spins. This right here, Chris, so can you explain what that is?
That is the charging port for all of the sounds and stuff that is inside of the V, like the lights and the sounds.
And we've kind of carried through the car, as you'll see, all these beehive symbols to kind of, you know, pull together the idea of bee vision and Bumblebee and all that. All right, so we can go down with that. Also, something that you can see now that we're on the other side, in the movie, when you see Bee and she meets Bee for the first time, the character Charlie, his Transformer logo. So we went ahead and replicated that also to, you know, continue with the authenticity of the car and the beeping of it. Now, one of our favorite parts of this whole build is, where's Bumblebee other than the car? So Carissa's going to go ahead, and if you come around...
We're supposed to do a secret button.
Oh, that first? Oh, I'm sorry. Carissa, why don't you show... We're going to show you another added feature, the buttons.
Why don't we have some company coming through?
Ooh.
So you may have some distraction.
A button where there's additional sounds for the children to be able to hear.
From the beginning to the end, that's our option.
So go ahead, hit another one.
That's why you guys need to make sure you
This
get that.
is the Bumblebee sound is actually something from the movie. There's also another special feature down here that is actually like a beehive.
I will lift this up for
Nope,
you.
nope.
No. If you go down,
Beehive?
you can see that there's actually a beehive underneath there.
Now, during the movie, when she first gets introduced to the Volkswagen in the junkyard, she actually encounters that scene under the wheel well of the active beehive.
Right.
When we first took custody of the original carcass, that this is actually the second of two vehicles. More about that story later. Under the dash was that beehive, just leading us to believe that this was meant to be.
Nice.
And to fully replicate every part of the movie we could. We encapsulated it to preserve it and add it where you would have found it. And if you notice, there was some holographic beehive octagons.
Yep.
It's tied into all the way through the vehicle.
Do you want to hit the button again?
No, we have to start over.
Oh, okay.
Bring it to the front.
Okay.
It's going to trigger.
All right.
So bring it right
bring
in.
him to the front.
I'm going to have to peel something because I had tried outside there.
There is the reason why that is there because Officer Chestnut is a big New England sports fan. So these are the sports
Teams?
New England sports.
And it being a bug, it fit to create it in love. You know, the idea of a love bug. So we're going to go ahead and reveal to you, the key. Carissa, you want to explain to them the key?
So the children's names are Jack and Jack and Olivia. Jack's nickname is Muppet, and then Olivia's is Big Mouth.
That is what their father used to call them, was a nickname.
And you're all wondering, well, what are they talking about? That'll come. There's more that meets the eye.
Alright, so this is when you actually get to meet Bumblebee.
That's really good detail on that too. That's really a job.
So this here, when you see the movie, you'll see actual bee vision. So this is our replication of bee vision, and on this particular plaque, we put the sponsors and folks that helped this project become
Dual-edged lit, laser engraved acrylic. Something again never been done before in the world of Power Wheels. This is replicating, as Rachel was saying, the bee vision that you'll see during the movie. Once again, tying every bit of replication in to this car if we could.
And then we turn it on and press the button.
Why don't you shut the lights on first?
Okay.
Because that enhances the... Wait for it to pulse through. It's going to start.
It is.
Rachel, why you turn that on?
I thought we wanted that on.
No, you look hard. Oh my god.
Sorry.
That's fair. That's not pretty sure. Yep.
And then there's a button over here.
And then it lights up. Explain the scene.
When she actually, because something fell from underneath and she heard it, so in the garage. So then when she went underneath, she actually sees the eyes blow up.
He charges up, correct. And then he first transforms, which is the second door prompt on the passenger side. And each time that the operator of the vehicle decides to pulse the lights, it'll go through a series of bee-activated chimes. Because it's a UV trigger, we're catching some of the overhead.
So to continue with the theme of the Bumblebee movie, we added this splash screen of a lot of the characters from the actual Bumblebee movie at the end of the movie. So you have Memo, you have Charlie with Bee, homage to the Jeep that Bee turns into in the beginning of the movie. Then this is obviously him transforming. Then we, as we call this, the Angry Bee. Obviously our hidden Transformers logo.
Now that's harking back to the animated cartoon.
Because we didn't want it on the front.
Correct.
So we put it in the same spot but on the under the hood.
We're trying to pay as much respect and as much replication to
Oh, and then we even have
Bumblebee as possible.
John Cena up here too.
Then, of course, the classic station wagon.
The station wagon, and then we really love the part when Bee jumped on the car of the girl.
Yep.
So that was just kind of, you know, enforcing the movie on the scene here.
Great. I did see one thing I saw that I really appreciated. You did put a sticker on the inside of the car from the 10th Mountain Division.
Well, now that is how this all ties together. We're actually partnered with a gentleman, Joe Fiduccia, and he owns, to our knowledge, it is at the moment, the only fan-based Age of Extinction replica Optimus Prime. Now, in about 2 weeks, we will be gifting this vehicle to a family locally who unfortunately lost their dad in the line of duty. He was also a military member. He was a member of the Army, I believe, which his branch was the Mountain Division.
Yeah, Mountain Division out of Fort Drum. The thing with that, and this is something that everybody knows, Kyle, which is here, that was your great grandfather's military service in World War II with the 10th Mountain Division. So this means a little bit to us also, with it being that way.
That he was a Purple Heart recipient, so we're trying to pay homage to him with the gift to the family without making it a really overwhelming feeling. So they will still enjoy the vehicle, but notice the subtle remembrances or touches to their dad. Rachel has a couple of
If you
things.
come around here, we can show you one other little touch that we added. So that is the thin blue line.
What is that, Carissa?
That is a thin blue line that represents police officers.
Exactly.
When a lot of people don't understand that when you see a flag that is black and white and it has the blue stripe, that is for a fallen police officer.
Well, we didn't touch on that necessarily. That's why it's just a black and blue.
Correct.
Because though he has passed in the line of duty, we're not really trying to push that for this particular build.
Right.
As well, Case Customs, we're going to try to launch into a line of hope and healing builds.
Nice.
And this is going to be the first in what we hope many ventures down that road. And as we said a moment ago, this vehicle will be delivered to the family, and on the back of that Optimus Prime.
Right.
Will be gifted to that family, and they will have their own personal Bumblebee.
Nice. Just a little bit of background with K Customs. I met K Customs almost 3 years ago, and they have been helping the Lincoln Johnny Lightning Race Club and Rhode Island Hot Wheels Club with our diecast jam and with the Christmas parties, making custom vehicles. I'll be putting those in that we have pictures of. I'll be putting that in this video also, so you guys can see that.
You want to stop? We can bring it in.
Yeah, stop.
Are you gonna go down with that a little bit? No? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so this is our big reveal of our Bumblebee.
Now, then after you can do.
All right, so
It's much better seen that way.
that is what it looks like lit up. As Josh has said, it is a double layer of acrylic that is edge lit. When you see the movie, you'll see that this is the B-Vision. We have obviously added in some Cybertonian, and that is going to be for the children to decipher so they can learn what we put on there. Our sponsors, folks that help contribute to our build are on there. Carissa, do you want to come around and press the button and show them some of the stuff that goes on? So the light will shine with the blue eyes. And then so at the beginning of the movie, this is what you hear.
So every sound bite on this car is straight from the movie. We have it basically from beginning to end in various parts of the car. The location in the front, every time the optical eyes are illuminated, you'll hear something from B specifically. And then we'll go through and end off with a few more of the optical audio bites.
This is one of the longer ones. The other ones will be a little quicker. It's that whole build up. All right.
Sorry I'm late. Hit a little traffic. Optimus. I'll never talk. My name is
Bumblebee.
Thank you
So much.
for giving me my voice.
So then we'll bring you back to the hidden button, which has the remaining sound bites. And these are for folks that listen to try to pick up on their own. We're not even going to tell you where they're from. And you'll never hear the same one twice unless you press the button again.
Carissa had pointed out that those are the bees earlier.
Tying everything in.
There you go.
I want the Beatles.
And that's what springs her underneath. Afterwards, that's the second sound bite where the fender falls off.
Right.
But they're both actually the same sound bite, they just have a slightly
So
different tone to them. Believe me, I've listened to this thing 1,000 times. That's when he rejects the tape the second time.
Yeah.
Shoots it across.
We will fight on. Regroup, rebuild, and retake our home. But we must find refuge first. You will travel to Earth. Once we've gathered the others, we'll join you. You must protect the planet. If the Decepticons find it, then our people are truly finished. Stay safe, soldier. I am coming.
And then the last...
Yep.
So this is at the end of the movie. He turns into the Camaro.
Right. Right.
And that's pretty much about it. I mean, then we, like we mentioned, there's the soundtrack.
Yep.
At the beginning, you'll hear a custom-made sample
Yep.
that plays before the track actually starts.
Right.
That's pulled straight from the movie. She first starts the key, the signal goes up, and then between each track.
Yep.
And then everyone's from straight from the soundtrack so
Right.
far, with static between each run.
Like it was when we were kids. That's how you had to find it.
And if you look at the radio on this side, when we were children, it was always like these crazy lights and dials. So we tried to pay homage to the 80s as much as we could.
That's the exact color scheme of the radio at the end.
Right.
That she built would install the green and then the red.
Right.
So if you see all
Watch
this
yourself. You're gonna see it.
It's all
So
right.
everybody who has been watching Bumblebee the movie, if you guys can pick these out, it'd be great. Especially when we release this, I want to get comments from everybody of what they've seen. You know, how long has it taken you to from start to finish?
4 months.
Since acquiring it, the original car came from Virginia. We ended up picking up Pennsylvania. We went to an auto show to get some of the parts because there's several generations to this car. There's a lot of nostalgia with this car. The car specifically is called a Unicorn Ride-On World.
Right. So, well, like I said, like you see, they really are dedicated to their work. Especially, this is great. Some of the other products that you're going to see when I send some pictures out with this. Then we'll have the big reveal on this when they let me know when they're ready to do it. It says about 2 weeks will be the big reveal. So you'll be seeing this after the fact, and we're going to do a lot of editing and have some fun. So if you ever want to know anything about this stuff, they are on YouTube also. You know, K Customs.
Case Customs, correct? K with apostrophe S.
They're
We also
in
have one
YouTube.
little thing to show you before you fade out.
A little casecustoms.com. We're here local in Rhode Island.
So come right out on here. As we're beginning to expand our line a little bit, we're introducing something here locally in the East Coast. We're using a product called an East Coast Power Up Easy ESC. It's designed to safely upvolt many child's ride-ons. We're using a rare race cart because we're going to be using this at tracks this season. We're running some 3S lipos, making 24 volt, and Carissa here will give you a little bit of demonstration. This is rubber tires, hard rubber tires, pretty quick, and Probably dangerous, but she doesn't mind it.
Yeah, right. I don't follow.
No, Kyle, yeah, she got to follow. You're gonna follow him, but so.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? You think you want to have one of your kids riding one of those? I know I would, and I know you probably would too. So,
You can kind of close up look at it like.
they've had a lot of other stuff too that they've done, especially how many trophies has she won? Clarissa won?
She's won at least 4 for her custom builds, which you were standing next to.
Yep, I remember the Camaro.
The Gravedigger, Gasser Rat Rod, extended 6 inches,
Yep, I remember. when we were
suicide
building that.
doors.
The
Yep.
Camaro will be in the front,
The-
you guys.
Yeah, and then her custom trike, over 7 feet long, the only one of its kind, 4 passengers. This thing has a lot of variable controls where you can adjust the acceleration or the launch speed. You can adjust the output voltage, so you can start them off real slow, give them 25%, 50% on, of course, all the way up to 100%. You know, it's going to be a pretty amazing machine. We're still tweaking it. We just put this together the last couple of days, and you're the first folks that have actually seen
Nice.
this installed and anything this crazy.
Like I said, we're gonna give them more information. We're gonna give their links in the chat and during the end of the video. You definitely want to check them out. They're very amazing people. They do a lot for the community. They're unbelievable people. I want to thank Josh, Rachel, and Clarissa for having us here and letting us do this YouTube video with them and have the interview. And I congratulate you guys on so much work you guys
Thank
do.
you much, Derek.
And,
Thank you much yourself,
Thank
gentlemen.
you, folks.
And like I said, remember, what is my motto? More toys, more fun.
Making
Nascarman.
smiles, Case Customs.
Yep. Nascarman out.